Hello, and welcome to another episode of The End of the Search. This one I call it Listen, but Don't Believe. What do I mean by that? Listen to the thoughts, sure, but don't believe any of them, because that is just the mind entertaining itself. But you remain as the space in which all these thoughts pass, come in and come out, or come in and go out, whatever. And it's very difficult to listen and not believe, because we believe our thoughts because we derive from them our sense of identity. But we are not the identity, we simply are. When the baby, within the context of the dream, within the illusion of course, when the baby is born, the baby simply is, and that's it. That's why we usually say that they are pure love. See? They haven't learned any concepts. They simply are. And then, when they begin to learn concepts, are nothing but thoughts that are interpreted, that's all. And now the baby begins to believe the first thought, which says, I am something. I am an individual. And from that thought comes the rest. I am good, I am bad, ugly, pretty, tall, short, successful, failure. But all of these are just simply thoughts that appear, which the mind begins to translate, overlooking the space in which they seem to appear. Right now you cannot deny direct experience. That is just what is. That's it. And then life seemed to happen. The senses registered what is happening, but the mind, thoughts, are always translating what happens. Now within the dream or whatever we seem to be living in, those concepts are very useful, just for practical purpose, but not for self-definition. See the difference? So for practical purpose I can tell you, give me the glass of water that is sitting on top of the table. Well, okay, I've learned that the concept glass look in a particular way. Water is the substance that is poured on it, and a table look in a particular way, so I kind of know where to direct the senses or the body or whatever to take the appropriate action in order to find that thing called a glass of water and then bring it over here. That's fine. These are functional things. The mind can be used to do mathematical equations and all the things that are needed for engineering and creating the things that are created in the world of appearances. That's fine. This is just functional. But you can do that without identified with a sense of identity. You see? In other words, I can play the role of an engineer knowing that I am not any of that. It's just what happens through the instrument, never losing sight that I am. See, the body acts accordingly to whatever destined is supposed to happen, but the mind, when it identifies with the body and its sense of identity, that's where the psychological problems and the issues and fears begin to come up. But if I know that I am, then life is seen like a, I don't know, like a play. See? Right now in the play, this instrument is used to say words that are recorded on a video that there seems to be another that is listening to them. I don't know that, but I don't know. If you're listening to this, you'll say, yeah, I'm the one on the receiving end. But you're not the one in the receiving end, and I am not the one giving anything. This is just appearances. And, well, we play as the appearance it's happening, but we don't believe in it, you see. And this is very tricky because this is not something to talk about. This is just what happens. I wasn't planning on waking up this morning and do this. And life woke me up pretty early, by the way. It's still dark outside. Okay, well, that's just what's happening. It means absolutely nothing. But by not believing the content of the mind, I can see thoughts happening. I can see the appearances that takes place, but they don't affect what I am. And it's not because the things are not appearing, it's because I am not believing them. And this is the invitation here. I am not saying that you're not going to think. I am not saying that actions are not going to take place through you. I am not saying that you will not play the role you're supposed to play. All of the things will continue to happen. But if you don't believe in any of that, then you're resting in the peace that passes all understanding. You are happy. Not happy because something is happening or things go in a particular way. You're happy because you are. See? And this is all that we're reminding these videos are all about. This is very simple. And the same information keeps being repeated because it seems that there's so much identification with the content of the mind, with our psychological sense of self, that it seems that it takes a while before we are ready or open to begin to letting go of everything we have learned, all the psychological ideas that we have learned about ourselves, you know. But in reality, it doesn't take any time at all, because it just simply is. It's just that, again, within the context of the illusion, it appears as if that we need to hear this over and over and over again. See? And then you realize, oh my God, this is simple. Because it's your nature. Can you say it right now that you are not? Can you say you don't exist? Well, that sense of existence is there, because that's permanent, that never changes. Then what changes? What changes is the thoughts that appear in the stream of consciousness, the feelings, the sensations. But if I am willing or ready to let go of the sense of identity, then these thoughts, these feelings, sensations can be seen but not believed. Why would I need to believe them if I know that I am none of the concepts? I simply am, and life continues. If a phone call comes in, I find myself talking on the phone, having a regular conversation, not a spiritual or metaphysical or a non-dual conversation. No, life continue on, you know. It just so happens that in this particular instrument, or through this particular instrument, this is one way of expressing. I just finished another book. It's called What Is Before Any Thought. I'll let you know when it's ready. And this is just the way life expresses. But I know that I'm not an author. I know that I am not any of the labels that can be placed on this instrument. This is just some of the things that the instrument does. When he picks up the guitar, that doesn't make me a musician. That's just simply what happens. When I go running, that doesn't make me a sport person or whatever. That just what happens. See, it's very simple. Actually, it's very, very simple. If I think I am whatever I believe myself to be, I need those concepts to reinforce it. And letting them go, it seems as if some kind of a death. See, it's the death of a sense of identity. Not the death of the body. The body's not even here. But within the context of the illusion, when it appears to be, that's fine. When I go to bed at night, I don't know if I'm going to wake up the next morning. I just simply see how the body surrendered, and then everything disappears. And if I wake up in the morning, or life wakes this body up in the morning, I know that I didn't choose to wake up. This is just what happens, because life is using this instrument for expression. But whatever the content of the mind, It's just what is. Thoughts appear, sensations appear. That's just what is. But I am. See? And when we are finally, when we can see this, that I am nobody, that I am nothing, that I am. Same thing as saying I'm everything. So it doesn't matter, you know, the nothing that is everything, the everything that is nothing, you know, I don't know, it's irrelevant. It just is. And right now, this is not theoretical. This is not a theory. It's the most obvious thing right now. Just put it to the test. I mean, don't take anything I say. You know, just don't take my word. You need to have your own experience, and you're having it right now. Right this moment, I'm asking you, just very simply, right this moment, you are being. So just don't identify, don't believe any of the thoughts you seem to be having. I didn't say that they're not going to be there. They will be there. That's what they do. Mind thinks, and it'll be thinking the whole time. That's a receptacle for thoughts and everything to appear. But I remained as I am. Right this moment. Again, this is not this is not a meditation or a practice or something. This is just what is. I'm pointing to what is. Right this moment, if you don't identify, don't believe any of the thoughts that are crossing your mind, it doesn't matter. What is left? See, do the investigation. If you don't believe any thoughts that are appearing in your mind, what is left? And you cannot come up with a thought to tell me what that is. What is left is what is. And that is always. That it never is not. It's always. Whether you're cooking, whether you're in the bathroom, whether you're in the kitchen, whether you're playing with your family, whether you're exercising, whether you're at work, it doesn't matter. The essence of being, the existence, that always is, that never changes. You see? And that is where we rest always. You see, that's the resting space. Nobody's resting on anything, but again, I'm just trying to use words even when they're limiting. And this is the obviousness of it all. You know? This is the famous enlightenment or waking up that, you know, so much it's talked about. And how life will unfold through you, I don't know. The same way I don't know how it will unfold through me. Right now, all I know is that this is what seems to be happening. And that's it. So we act according to our conditioning, but the thing is, don't believe the conditioning. Some people are very patient, others don't seem to be patient. Well, that's just part of their conditioning. But whether you're patient or not patient, you still are. You see? You always are. You can never not be. That's what we're pointing to. And the conditioning is what is. That's the way it is. If you don't believe the thoughts that now begin to judge the conditioning, then we're going back to what we're talking, square one. I am. See? Life is. That's what it says. God is. Love is. We cannot define it. We simply are. And when this really sinks in, life is simple because life is unfolding. I don't know what decisions are going to be made through this character because I'm not in charge of any of it. And if you have any doubts about it, about whether you're the doer or you have freedom of choice, just watch the second video of this series. I mean, I have the link underneath the description, which is titled, Do We Have Free Will? Just check the video. Don't worry about it. Let's not get that in the way. Right now, can we agree on the fact that I am, we are, you are? There's no we, but again, limitation of language. As if I am talking to you, you know. Right now, I am. Aren't we? Aren't you? I am. This is it. Life is. Thoughts appear and disappear. Feelings, sensations, circumstances, they all appear and disappear in what is. In what I am. See? So, thoughts will appear. It's perfectly fine. Just listen, but don't bite. Don't believe anything you think. Don't believe anything at all. And you're free. Okay? Well, this is the information, or whatever you want to call it, that was expressed through this instrument. I hope it served, and as always, may peace permeate the mind so that love can be extended.